up in Nashville and you see the Village Bar, stop and see if Charlie's there. Tell him who you are, and listen to his wisdom, and listen to his stories, and listen to his hopes and dreams, his downfalls and his glories. Da 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 da.
All right, and we're back. Welcome to Villager People, guys. I'm Andrew Pro, your host for the show, and my co-host today is Lucian Brown, and he is sporting a White Claw hat today because we are going to be talking about the Woo Girls. Woo Girling, to be exact. And we do a Woo Girl event once a month here, and I'm going to throw it over to our guest, Janvier Christine, who runs Woo Girl. It's Woo Girling, right?
Woo Girling, yes.
Yes, and she's also brought a special guest with her, Heidel Dubé.
Yes, my bestie Woo.
Yes.
How long have you guys known each other?
Ooh, we met in, well, you promoted my show, which was in March.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go on. So what, your show, go on. Like, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I hosted a fashion show, the first one I've hosted, in March. It was a benefit for domestic violence shelter. And it was designed inside of a video game and then made in real life. It was really cool. It was like a 2-hour-long event.
Yep, at Music City Vintage,
Yes.
their first location.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
So why did y'all pick them to do it at?
So I have a coworker who really liked the space, and I was kind of frantically looking for a venue to host a show at, and she told me about it, and I met with them, and they're just like really kind people, and they like set the whole thing up for me. So it took like something out of the equation of already throwing like a massive event.
Check.
I was like, yeah, you're gonna do the lighting, yeah, you're gonna set everything up, thank you. So.
And then that's how you guys got connected, right?
So I was doing my research on the weekly roundup that I do on my page, and I saw her flyer somehow, some way. It aligned in the algorithm, and
The meta promotions.
yes, exactly.
The $35 I spent.
And it was worth it. I saw
it was
it.
worth it.
Hey man, it does. It's
An
people
ad
don't
later.
think it
Now we're besties.
Yes.
So your weekly roundup, is that stuff you're personally going to be at, or stuff that you're suggesting for people to do?
Suggesting, but I also put my own events on there as well. So that's kind of what the page started out as, was just a resource for people to find creative communities by going to events that are hosted by local creatives rather than going to Broadway or specific venues. I think Nashville is unique in that way, where it's not a venue necessarily that's going to always have the function or the people that you want. It's following the curators, it's following the event coordinators, the DJs, things of that nature. So it's a little more fluid in that way. But if you're not keeping up, you will miss it. Like there are so many people, especially on TikTok, because that's where my reach is.
Yeah, I don't know. TikTok is something that I am, because I do a lot of Instagramming. So how do you look at the differences of TikTok and Instagram? Like what is? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Instagram is better for locals because they're looking
like
out for the flyers,
playing with your community.
Yes,
Right? Yeah.
and information based. And then TikTok, you can be a lot more casual, but the reach is insane. I mean, once you have one viral series, you're pretty much good to go on gaining, well, at least for me, because recommendations for Nashville is so popular right now because there's so many people. But once you have a viral series, then you can start implementing more of like your personality, which is kind of the strategy that I'm working with. But a lot of people on there, they'll see my recap videos of events that I've attended, and they're like, how did I not hear about this?
Yeah.
What? And then it's like also the 40th annual thing of that event too. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I tried to help y'all out, but I mean, no, but TikTok is cool to get the reach. I've been recognized a lot more now, and people come up to me and they say, "You're the woo girl." And I'm like, yeah, that's me.
The OG.
I haven't done any TikToking for the bar, but the show is the first time I've really thought that it's probably time to use it.
Yeah.
The
And
clipping.
TikTok really still likes hashtags.
They
Instagram-
limit it now to 5.
Yeah, I was
You
can
can
only
I
put
don't
5.
know.
Ooh,
My
the Gestapo.
content, my
'Cause
content
yours
that
was
does well is
10.
not like anytime I put a hashtag or a caption on my content, it will not do well. But if I put like no caption and no hashtag, it'll get like 1 million views.
True.
Same.
Wow.
But at the same time, Instagram and TikTok, they're taking SEO a lot more serious. So
True,
if you have
true.
the keywords, then
Yes.
that's kind of going to set the foundation
So
for your video.
For people
So-
that don't know really quickly, SEO stands for search
Search-
engine optimization.
Yes, yes.
I know things.
I'm fresh out of my degree, so it's
Oh
it's
yeah,
on my
but so
mind.
go on about your degree. What'd you go for?
Yeah, I studied digital marketing at Austin P for 3 years, and then I transferred to Augusta University in Georgia, finished out my degree there, lived there for 1.5 years, and then I came back this past December, and the city was completely different. And I was so used to being around groups of women because I also played volleyball in college, and we were together every single day. We talked about everything that happened. We were going through the same thing. So it was really nice to have that support. It also helped with like breakups and other life things
Oh my
because
gosh.
you don't
You don't
feel
call
alone.
up like
Yeah.
you don't call up like 3 or 5 different guys. Like, hey, I just broke up
Oh
with
my
this guy.
gosh. No. Augusta was way too small to have a roster like that. No, but I really loved having motivated women around me, and I needed that same community but in a creative space. That was like my sports, girls. But when I got here, I was like, I don't even know where to start, and so that's where the research came in. And I was planning my birthday party actually, and me and my girlfriend, we were looking for a dive bar to end the night at. And so on a random Tuesday night, we just start driving around the city. We see a dive bar, we see that it has pool or darts online, and we're like, all right, let's go check it out. I was looking for a spot that specifically had a jukebox and darts or pool, and there were spots that we went into that were not cool, and I was like,
good name drop. No, I'm kidding.
no name drops. woogirling@gmail.com for collaboration.
Yes.
No, but
That's what I was telling
Outreach
Lucian. I was like, I
program.
might actually have to hold my tongue on this one because you have to work with people. It's a brand.
absolutely. But yeah, we started popping in and out, and I was just like, why aren't we recording this for other girls that need to figure out where they can go, just the two of them or maybe a group, and feel safe and sound. And so we ended up choosing Mickey's Tavern for my birthday.
Great
and
choice.
Okay.
yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then from there, I just kept posting the places that I felt safe and comfortable at. And then I started leaning more into the event side of things and started playing darts. And then that's when I hit up Andrew, and I was like, I don't know what this is going to look like, but I've been asking the woos if they want to do a dart league or a dart club. And I was getting a lot of responses. So I was like, let me see if
Yeah.
I can make this happen.
Yeah, she hit me up and she was like, she explained to me that she wanted to do something, and I just saw the brand. I
Yeah.
was like, Woo Girling, and I'm like, yes. I was like, yeah. So we will do something.
Yeah.
And we I guess we met here. I think the girl I was seeing at the time was like, who is this girl that you're meeting?
Oh
And I
my
was
gosh.
just- I was serious, it was funny.
The woo.
It was
The
so
woo.
funny. But anyway, so we met and she was like, I want to do like a once a month league thing. I was like, well, you really can't, with a league because it's stats and all that kind of
Right.
stuff. And I was like, if we do something we don't even do a whole tournament. We just basically teach them how to throw darts.
It's so fun.
and it's it's right after. And that's when I thought I was like, we'll put it right after brunch.
Yeah.
Because people will probably be hanging out together.
Right.
And it did. It took off. It did
And
really
the
well.
timing was perfect because there were several ladies that played darts who were looking for female or women-based events.
Yes.
Was that
Yeah.
Sienna?
Yeah. I had
And
customers start to come.
the timing was really, really right because we didn't have an answer. We, as in, the social chair people.
Yeah, so if you can see, Lucian is sporting his CEO name tag.
I love it.
Which he
Love.
made for all the people on the show, which is really really cute.
I like to give gifts.
He gave
Oh,
it to the
cute.
people that were doing the CEOs that were doing the bake sale, and they about lost it.
The tears are welling up. They're like, he's not a dick. He's just
Oh.
he's just a jerk,
Yes.
which is accurate.
And I almost wore Christmas colors. I'm kind of mad I didn't, because Alicia intuitively wore Christmas colors. But the reason I thought about bringing Lucian on board for this episode is because he was, being that Lucian's experience is in hospitality as mine is. That he noticed the flyer that for the first one we ever did. And he was like, "That's a great idea," and I was like, "Do
Thank you.
tell." It stroked my ego. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Well, I
So-
mean, Villager was a perfect home for the rebrand of Woo Girls itself, because that's the whole thing is like, the girls downtown, they're on the party buses. All they say is, woo.
Absolutely.
Oh wait, that reminds me.
So tell me, what is your definition of a woo girl? Is there a definition?
It's more of like an essence and a vibe.
Yeah.
People still call the Woo Girls downtown the Woo Girls,
Right.
and it's the spirit of what they are is what we also embody. Celebrating each other, having a good time, and exploring your city. But
And
they're
There's a drinking element.
From time to time.
Well-
Yeah.
cheers. Well, I mean, that's also what's nice about the girls that have joined the community is it doesn't really matter what vice we're not getting into anything crazy. We're not
Right.
getting
I
into
mean,
anything
you said
crazy.
To
vice.
clarify.
But I'm saying, whether you drink, whether you don't, it doesn't really matter. The space is still going to take care of you. You don't feel like you have to be intoxicated to have a good time. If you want to, great. But I think it's more if you are creative, if you're independent. What I've noticed is if you know how to have conversations with people, you know how to start conversations with people, you will return to the woos. Because if you decide to sit at the bar stool and not conversate and not get a phone number or
Right,
continue
right.
that point of contact, then you're not going to feel the same camaraderie that we all very deeply feel, which
Yeah.
is pretty wild to me how a lot of these girls have embodied what it means to support their local community, but also just saying yes to going outside and being yourself. That's all it takes. If you're confident in yourself, you're going to be around other confident, creative women specifically whenever you go to a woo girl
So there's
event.
a networking piece to it where some people might be talking shop or
Oh,
things
definitely.
like that.
For sure.
There's also
Yeah.
a battle cry.
Oh, what is the
Oh.
battle cry?
Can I get a woo?
And you can't not woo after
No,
that.
you
That's why.
can't.
That's funny.
It's funny because the first time that you did that, it's like, why would a man be there? Like, why is there a man
would a dude
telling
be-
us to
A
woo
dude's,
right
a
now?
dude's here to organize things. That's
Yes.
what I'm doing.
Oh my gosh.
No, but it's been great. And again, like Villager and Darts is such a great way to show that we're a little bit more edgy, we're a little more alternative than, your Broadway girls. That's what I call them now. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
we're
there are
all
there are no more woo girls.
No more woo girls. It's a very
different.
distinct idea. It's a fashion. It's a vibe. It's a friendship. It's a community. It's networking is like a big thing for it. I feel like most of the people I've met at like woo girling events, I get to like talk about my brand, and that's really cool. And it's like really helped for like people finding my stuff, which is like incredible. And everyone's like
Yeah.
supportive, and then you get to support other people's art because there's a ton of creatives at these events.
And how long have you been doing clothes?
I've been sewing since I was 12, so that's 15 years. But I started my business kind of around 2016.
Mhm.
I went to SCAD in Savannah, and I started
yeah.
like selling things in 2016. And then it kind of took off around like 2021, 2022 after the pandemic. I moved back to Tennessee, kind of restarted, rebranded a little bit. I do like a different style now than I originally did.
Okay.
And I'm 100% like sustainable now, because before it was like maybe like 60-40. Now it's 100% sustainable clothing, all like thrifted or gifted material. And it's very different, much louder and like colorful, like
I
me.
was thinking goth. I thought it was goth. No?
Goth is interesting, not at all.
Oh, really?
Not at
Oh, yeah.
all.
Goth is
I'm
interesting. Go
surprised with
ahead.
all your
At
bright
all.
colors.
You need to
That's
explain
surprising.
your Halloween costumes.
Oh
That gives a
my
good
gosh.
range of like
it
your
does
style.
give a good range. Well,
Yeah.
because I always tell people I'm like, my brand and my style are kind of two different things. They're blended a little bit more now than they used to be, But H2Bay Designs on Instagram.
Yeah, check it out.
All platforms. H2Bay Designs used to be very 70s. Now it's probably more like Y2K, colorful. Think like girlhood as a concept.
Yep.
That's most of my stuff. Like anything like a child would make, but like elevated and executed
I
well.
love that.
That's what I do. And I do dress very colorful and like funky, but I feel like I dress more like alt girl that like found a rainbow
Yep.
and it like
Yeah.
threw up on her.
Yeah. Could see
Because I
that.
used to be goth and now I'm like goth in like shape and but aesthetic is
Yeah, now you want some
color.
color. Yeah.
Yes. Harper Finkel, Wizards of Waverly Place. That was one of the costumes,
Yes.
and that is me to my core.
Okay.
Chapel Roan, like that is the vibe.
John Via, what were you for Halloween?
I was a raccoon.
You're a raccoon?
But not on purpose. So what had happened
Oh my
was I
gosh.
went to Buffalo
Not on
Exchange.
purpose. We were talking about raccoons on one show. Remember that?
Right.
No,
we were,
it was possums.
Oh,
Which
nah, I don't like
we
possums.
found out what happened to your cape, by the way.
uh-oh.
Yeah.
So
cape?
wait, quick
Oh
lore.
my
I worked at
gosh.
Buffalo Exchange until yesterday. It was my last day.
Wait, did you put a notice in, or is there?
Yeah, no, I put a 2-week notice in. There's no beef.
There's no
there's
goth-
no
goths?
beef.
She
I just
started
have
knocking over
There is
racks of
goss
clothes.
because someone,
Yeah, what's the
I'm
goss?
out of
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
someone stole
Can-
my cake.
Someone did steal her cape fully, and it's because like the new girl can't get it together. And she like let somebody shop the holds. We found out,
What?
and they had like taken your cape. And the reason I know that is because they took the little like fake plain knife you had on there,
Yes.
and they'd put it on top of a rounder, and they'd like the cape is like gone. It was like gone in the wind.
So I went to Buffalo Exchange day of Halloween, of course. That's what
Yeah,
you do
yeah,
at
yeah.
Buffalo Exchange. And I go in and I meet up with my friend, and she
Oh,
pulls
and you
out
can drop
this,
us any pics of the costumes, you guys, if you want. We'll put
Yeah,
it in.
yeah. Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
She pulls out this brown corset and a Red Riding Hood cape hooded situation. And she was like, I grabbed this for you just in case. I thought it would be your vibe. I was still all over the place on what I wanted to be. She grabs it for me. I'm like, perfect. This will be my backup. So I take it over to the dressing room for them to hold those two pieces plus a like fake bloody knife because I wanted
Yes.
to do Red Riding Hood, but after she slayed the wolf, so I was gonna have
She's
like
so
fur and the
good.
hood.
That is really great.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm so
But,
mad
but
at this girl.
you can't do it without
New
the
girl
hood.
be fucking up.
New girl be fucking up. She's the one we have beef with. The business, fine. Her beef.
But what's sad though is whenever I went up to her to hold the items, she was
Yeah.
like, I love your content. I know this is kind of weird, but like I love what you're
Did
doing.
she?
Like, yes. And I was like, thank you so
Oh,
much.
She got
like,
so nervous, she fucked up.
She is
She-
nice. Like, bless her heart.
she was
but
really
She's got that
nice.
cape at home at her house. Like, I've got
It's
her
going to
cape.
be on
I know.
eBay or Let Go
Right,
on
right.
my
Monday.
gosh.
Oh my gosh.
No, but I go back. I'm
$4,000.
ready to try it on. I'm like, okay, like ready to grab my stuff, and all there is the corset. And she's like, I don't know what
She
happened to the
could not
cape.
figure it out. I asked like
Oh, that
7
shit was
different
in her car. I
people,
don't know.
literally
Okay.
like, and I found the knife and was like, "Why is this just sitting up here?" And she was like, "Oh, I didn't even see that." I was like, first thing I saw
What?
when I walked over, but okay.
Yeah. So,
Where's the
anyways, I
cape?
couldn't be Red Riding Hood because I didn't have the red hood. And then I got home and put all of the werewolf. I was like, I'll just be a werewolf. And then I put everything on, and I was like, I look like a raccoon. I look like a raccoon.
And you just
so
went with it.
I went with it.
You
I went
gotta,
with it, and I was
yeah.
like, you know what? This is very woo girl. It's Tennessee's state animal. We're just gonna roll with it.
Raccoon
so
lovers
yeah,
outfit
I was a
somewhere.
trash kitty for Halloween.
Trash
Wait, trash
little
kitty's
cute, got
cute, though.
hands.
That's
Yeah.
cute though.
So tell us about your most successful reel. You said the girl.
Oh, yeah, please.
She liked your reels or something like that. What were you saying?
Oh yeah. I think my most viewed TikTok is like 116,000 views, something like that. And that one was for Cheekwood. I went to Cheekwood for their like fall festival, and it was just like a
Love
recap
It's
video.
so cool out
Cheekwood.
there.
It is so beautiful, and they were doing
Yes.
salsa night too. It was
Do
sweet.
you have the year pass or the membership pass?
No, I just went for a one-time thing, but my
That-
other
It's
that's
a great value. I used to be a member for a while.
That's a
and then I
thing.
volunteered. Volunteering there is so fun. Like the lady
Hmm.
that organizes it is really sweet, and you can like do one shift a year. Like it's not like any commitment or anything.
my friend Charlie works over there. He seems very
It's-
happy.
Yeah, I
It's
serve
so
there and
easy and
bartend
nice.
there.
Oh.
Yeah. The caterer that I
love
work
it.
for, we do events there. We used to do the Swan Ball there, but that is,
Oh, that's how about goss.
that's a whole gossip
Ooh.
thing forever.
Yeah, so
but,
is that gone over there completely?
they have parted ways. but the organization still gives to the parks.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, to what is down there? Franklin, left hand side, Warner Percy.
Yeah, Percy Warner Park.
Percy Warner Park. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it goes to the park.
The stairs. Have you been to the Great Stairs?
No, I don't work out like that. My
Yeah,
left knee doesn't like that. So
I've got a bad leg, but I definitely have spent I had a routine where I'd go to those stairs, and it's good for you. You get about halfway there, and the incline goes up, and the stairs get bigger or smaller, and you're just like totally winded. At
That's
least
like
I
going
was.
to Nashville soccer games, at
my
Geodis Park.
gosh.
Very
You're about
true.
to work for it.
Oh,
You're about
wow.
to work for
Or,
it.
leaving Nissan Stadium show, like on those ramps with everybody else.
Yeah.
Oof.
But yeah, in the back of Geodis though, there's a treacherous set of stairs.
It
that
is.
It's
It's a punishment.
Treacherous.
It's a punishment.
Yeah. Have you eaten? Have you been up to the food area there?
Oh yeah.
That big,
Oh yeah.
huge buffet.
Hot dogs, burgers,
And then
wings.
on the other side, there's like someone is slicing you a piece of like pork and get you some potatoes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
some
worth it.
kebab.
Yeah, if you ever have that extra little money, I don't
Yeah.
know what it costs, but definitely do that.
Because they have like 6 refrigerators in there too, full of beer. You just go in there and keep
Yeah.
grabbing them.
Just
Wow.
grab your
Buffet.
grab your, boop, and go. Grab and go.
Dangerous, actually.
So that brings us to a point. What's the best music venue, guys? Like, what's in your opinion?
Ascend Amphitheater.
Ah,
Full Ascend. And for a small venue, Basement East.
Okay.
yeah.
Love Basement East.
Have you heard of the new venue, Truth? It's in Wedgwood,
I
Houston.
have heard of it.
Yeah, when it flooded with the 3 inches of water.
You know, they
Oh,
outdid the
right.
trash in the front of the. Y'all saw that viral reel that person had with the
I
trash in
saw.
front of the business.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
saw.
On 21st. Yeah, they outdid us. They had like a flood in Wedgwood,
They had a
Houston.
flood,
Wedgwood,
yeah.
Wedgwood, Houston
They
was
had
like,
to
well, hold my
one-up us.
beer, you know? Like,
Hillsborough
Oh my
Village
gosh.
can't have anything.
No, it
Somebody
can't.
else tearing it up.
I mean, it's terrible. I'm sure people lost some stuff, but I was actually kind of astounded something crazy like that happened like a week or so later.
Yeah, so that venue, the renderings that I saw, it looks like a combination between the Ryman and the Pinnacle.
Yeah.
Like a
Interesting.
combination of the two. And they have a bunch of little private rooms. Like there's an industry room that's going to be there. Then they've got the couches up here. Like it's going to be very, very cool.
Yeah.
The angle's kind of funny. So I think you're going to kind of miss out the beauty of the structure. But it is what it is. But have you all been to the Pinnacle, by the way?
Yes, that's
Okay, I didn't
actually
know if you knew what I was
that's
talking
what
about.
came to mind when you asked. I was like, the Pinnacle is beautiful.
It is
Ugh, I have to go.
The seating was really cool too. They had a balcony up there.
The bars are in the
Yup,
room. So
yup.
you can stay in the room to go get you a
Ooh.
drink.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that, but I think Ascend Amphitheater
I
is
just-
my favorite too.
It's so good, and I feel like they always have a good lineup of people, like for being an outdoor venue.
yeah.
You know.
I recently saw some people standing on the bridge watching.
Yes,
free
you can
shows.
do that.
You
Right?
can watch a free show.
Which
in
is so
Nashville.
nice, yeah.
I
And I
need
feel
to
like
do that.
their tickets can be reasonable most of the time. Last time I
So-
went, it was like $40.
And that's what it is. Live Nation, I don't think is doing Ascend anymore. They're doing Truth. I think Truth is Live Nation's. You're getting it here first, folks.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's
Hot-
Live
hot
tea.
Nation's venue is Truth, and that's 3 chords in the Truth. You know that saying?
Screaming.
Oh, is that what it's from?
That's where
That's
it's
so
from.
good.
Interesting.
So
Yeah.
when do they open?
Oh no, there's bones there for now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they just had like their their rendering and for the employees and stuff. It wasn't for anything.
I see.
Other than that.
Yeah, so so Ascend is going to have someone to compare it to.
Hey, Live Nation
Yeah.
can throw a party, just so you know. If you
Yeah.
ever can go to one, they can throw a party.
Now,
Duly noted.
now Basement East is interesting because Basement East just gained 2 rather large bars that can hold the capacity of the venue.
Yeah, low bar is so fun.
Low bar is super fun.
Their
It's
darts
so
suck.
fun. Oh yeah,
Well,
no.
I mean,
And you
Yeah.
got me into darts, so I'm serious about it now.
No, when you throw those, it feels like you're throwing a wooden pencil at
yeah,
the board.
it's actually sad, but the karaoke room, it kind of
Facts,
makes up for
facts.
it.
It does.
So
It
the
does.
thing is, my dad was using this as a prototype for a national. Like he was going to pitch a much bigger idea, and to investors. So like when I see other people with dartboards, it's that's not the goal. They're just selling
For sure.
so
Yeah.
much liquor that they're just like it's like, oh,
Let's
what
get
do we do
sharp
with this wall?
things.
Right, we have to put something here.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of those people have, and not to be self-important, but I'm sure a lot of the people that do have dartboards wouldn't even have had dartboards unless they had spent time here. And they're like,
True.
oh, look how it works.
Your
in the
dad,
Villager.
your dad crafted this place for sure.
Yeah, so my dad bought it in '91, and
For
it was
sure.
what you see here is pretty much was his run at being a billionaire, and he almost did it. He got real close.
Wow.
But it was pitching a national dart league to investors was the idea. This was the prototype business for that. And
Wow.
the pictures on the wall, the dog bowl, the in-house dart leagues, that's all stuff that was kind of used to highlight the business.
Yeah.
Now, did he sell the used dartboards, or is that your thing?
No, I'm pretty sure he used. I mean, what else are you going to do with them? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
It's like you can't really trash them.
I've been
Yeah.
seeing people take dartboards and putting their jewelry on it.
Yes.
Okay.
It's really cute.
Mm-hmm.
I keep thinking about that because I have a dartboard in my house and nowhere to throw darts because my house is not shaped for that. It's a house. I'm like, I should probably use this for something.
Well, for $25, you could purchase a used dartboard here at
Well,
the Villager
I wanna-
Tavern.
so I-
Probably
let's circle
cheaper
back-
than what I paid for mine.
Let's circle back down. So like the other one is Ernie. So I thought was
Oh yeah.
Oh, the Midwestern one.
yeah. It's like I think they're from Wisconsin
They've
or
got
something.
some hot clients. Their clients are hot.
Lucia was over there
The
one night,
guys,
and he
the
was texting me.
girls, the young ones, the
Yeah.
old ones, they know how to dress.
I
and
was
wear.
like,
Shit.
they've got some hot lesbians.
Oh, absolutely.
I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting at the bar looking at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it gets crowded, but nobody gets like antsy or moody about how crowded
Yeah.
it is. And the bartenders are super friendly and
Yeah, they
very
are.
attentive. I definitely, I'll give them a 10 for their bartenders and then you get like a shot and a beer for like $10 or something like that.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
it's like a big shot. It's not like
They're
the
like
little.
pickled egg and a beer. You seen that?
Well,
yeah.
I just thought it was so funny that they were.
Choice.
Uh,
It's like in the beer.
Yeah, it's
It's a lot, actually.
a thing.
So they're also, it's kind of similar deal where it's like the owners from the top building doing something in the bottom. And I was actually surprised that it's the same people who do, or at least one of the partners for Low Bar, or not Low Bar, but the
Up,
one on
Down?
top, Up Down.
Yeah.
And because every time I go to Up Down, I'm like, what am I doing here?
Yeah, that's a great question.
You're like, I'm done with the fun. Now I'm ready to
I think
go.
I took 2 dates there once, and I was, a couple times I went on dates, and I was like, okay. At the second time, first time is, it's on you, and the second time it's on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but Ernie's, I was thinking this. All right, this is simple. This makes sense.
Yeah.
So and Low Bar does the same thing. And I remember I was asking one of the owners. I was like, yeah. So did you guys kind of think of doing that at the same time? Because it's I'm pretty impressed. And the guy always looked at me like I was crazy, like no, like I was a conspiracy theorist.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, nice
Who
to meet you.
sent you? What are you doing here?
Cheers.
Right.
But yeah, so if you go to, let's say Ernie's, right? So they have a weird dartboard configuration there.
It's terrible.
But
It's
there
bad.
is the pool
Back to
tables.
back.
The pool tables who have like real pool players.
They don't get off.
There's this young
No.
black girl there. She will tear you apart. And she looks all innocent and doesn't talk much. Get on the pool table with her. She'll tear
Okay,
you to
Will.
pieces.
Yeah,
And
we
then
gotta
there's
go find her.
then there's a coin flip.
I've never
frog
seen those before until I watched in there.
that people get really into.
I don't know if I like that.
I don't
Yeah.
know what it's about.
I
I don't either, but it feels weird.
It's
Yeah.
an activity. It's for standards.
Well, the thing that's weird is, isn't it kind of like in the middle of where people would be walking?
Yes.
Yeah,
it is.
that place is not entirely. It's
But
set
you're
up like a
supposed
hallway.
to like
But that's what
rub
I
up
mean.
against people in there. So
yeah,
I
but
guess
that's
it
what I
works.
mean. Nobody gets upset about bumping into you or da da da. Just
Right.
like, oh, what's up? Cool.
Shout out Up Down's Pizza.
Oh,
The macaroni
I
and
was gonna say
cheese.
only reason
The
to go to
Mona
Uptown,
Ooh,
especially when you go to
baby.
Basement East, and you get that wristband, and it's like $2 pizza.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, you never gotten that? Okay, certain
I'll be-
shows, the wristband they give you, if you read it, it's like $2 pizza at Uptown. And I will walk directly over and get several slices.
Word.
Can you save those wristbands? We
Carb
can tape them.
junkies.
Right. I'm like, next time I
Unites.
gotta like pocket that.
No, literally.
Yeah, I've gone to Up Down just for the macaroni and cheese pizza.
Yeah.
Like I went to my short stint in East Nashville. I moved over there and I ended up on Riverside Drive past Rose Pepper.
Yep.
And it was a great little jaunt. So I would just go and get me that pizza from Up Down on my way back from. I did a short stint at a law firm, And I like to ride the little unicycles and stuff, and I would just ride back
Oh,
there,
every time we
get
see
off.
Lucian on like one of the electronic bike, we saw him on an electronic bike like a couple days ago. I think it was the Halloween show.
Oh, okay.
And you and somebody giggled and was, "Is that Lucian?" And I'm like, "Yes, it is." It's obvious. It's like
Yes.
you need to put like you get an ET doll. That you
Yes,
can put
I
on
am
that.
a city boy. I ride on the bus. I do all of that stuff.
Shout
like
out
that.
WeGo.
WeGo. in
I
my
love
house.
WeGo.
Mayor Freddie suggested it, and I checked it out, and he was right.
I got a free bus pass from Nashville State because I'm taking some marketing classes there. And I
Yeah.
said, I'm on this bus now.
Yes.
Are you kidding? To go downtown if I don't want to Uber?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, you guys are really, really on the pulse of the city. Like, you all involved in everything.
Pretty
Fashion.
much.
Yeah.
Well, there's an interesting event we were actually talking. Me and Alicia had talked about that. I was kind of wondering if you could kind of, I guess, explain how this kind of transpired. Was Hair Club?
Yeah, what is that?
I saw this and I
It
was
was
just like,
so
and like I thought it
cute.
was really funny, like with the picture of the cat.
Yes.
Yes.
'Cause
Great
it's kinda
marketing.
Sexy.
10 out of 10.
It's kind of sexy and, tongue in cheek.
Yeah,
and-
what's Hair Club?
Hair Club is not my event. I was asked to host the second one. So they had already done
How
one
often do they
last,
do it?
Their first one was last month last month, and then I hosted the second one.
Okay.
So I brought in, I always have something where you're doing, something with your hands. That's kind of the core of all of my events, is to make sure you're using both hands so you can't use your phone, so you can actually interact with people, but also you have that escape where if you don't want to talk, you can just focus on your own thing. So I think that helps a lot. But anyways, I brought in some bedazzling gems and mini hairbrushes, and so we decorated our own hairbrushes during the event. But we also had matcha, we had vintage vendors, we had haircuts,
Yeah.
live haircuts, and DJ John Stamps. He was spinning.
And so
And so that's his event. It's his
Okay.
event. He asked me to come
because they do
co-host.
Indie Sleaze Party, right?
Yep, with Amy Darling.
Yeah, yeah.
Love
Yeah.
Indie Sleeves Party.
So is Hair
I'd
Club
yet
is
to go.
Hair Club kind of similar? Where he's DJ. It's another DJ event.
He's DJing, but it's during the day. He wants to start doing some more day parties, relaxing a bit more. Which
He's getting older.
no, that's literally. He was like, I think he said he's coming up on 30, or he is 30, something like that. And he was just like, I want to do some more
Send him
daytime
out
stuff.
to the woodshed.
Well, I
how
mean,
it
it's
feels.
kind of smart to be geared because 30 is not the age that you're not already getting tired, but I'm knocking on 40, so if it's a good age to start planning.
Yeah.
Because once you hit 38, 40, whatever, you need to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to
Yeah.
happen.
No, I need sleep now. That is.
Right. I'm like, I'm
Well, you're a
27, I need a nap.
workaholic. You're a workaholic, so of course you need
You should
sleep.
see my calendar. My calendar is insane. Even when people are like, oh, this certain thing is happening tomorrow, I have to put it in my calendar or I will forget.
That's
It
fair.
won't happen if it's not in the calendar for me. So
Now, are you a hot yoga lady or Pilates? Do you exercise?
yeah, I weightlift and do my own workouts. Thankfully, I have a lot of training from college, so I can kind of go into any gym and just do my thing. But I've been taking a different approach to how I'm exercising now that I'm out of training to play a sport. So that relationship has been kind of weird. I actually had a podcast in college at Austin P. It was called More Than a Game, and I would interview other student athletes, and we would talk about more taboo topics. So it'd be mental health, related. So we did imposter syndrome. We did relationship to food and nutrition. We've done what it means to be a captain or a leader on your team, things of that nature. And those conversations are coming back to me now, because now that I'm out of that routine, I have a completely different relationship to exercising, to my body, to even just having that same amount of discipline. But now it's all transferred into creative things. I refuse to do any job that is not going to benefit Woo or my creative
love that.
passions. So, and also that's why Woo Girling is so nice for me to have that vessel and just have that train to hop on, because it's really just my personal interests. And if the girls like it, they show up. If they don't, they show up to the next one that's more of their vibe.
You know immediately.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the crux of content creation, right? It's kind of like you have to kind of I mean, it's hard to make content that you don't like.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And that's actually been a huge issue for me because I deleted TikTok after January. Whenever it was being shut down and then it came back the next day, I just felt icky on it. And so I got off of it until this summer, and I was like, all right, I'm definitely missing out on opportunities.
What was your source of your ick?
Yes, not pain, but ick.
Everything felt like propaganda
Okay.
That's
at
fair.
that
Yeah.
point.
Mhm.
It felt
Yeah.
too political.
Yeah.
It had lost.
But also, I was going down the rabbit hole. Like, there was a point in January where I was going to sleep sweating, waking up sweating from the state of the country. And
oh, word. Yeah.
And
The
it's also
word.
like the algorithm has like definitely changed and like kind
it
of
has.
even if you like don't want to see something, it keeps kind of
Oh,
getting
yeah.
like shoved depending on like where you're looking.
You can't
and
just say don't
No.
want to see that anymore.
you can't escape
Yeah.
the news. I deleted like the Apple News app because I couldn't do it.
If I look if I look at one like underwear model on Instagram, it just will show me nothing but
Yeah.
them for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Or you could just say something. It's crazy.
Why are you looking at underwear, mom?
I'm a man. Come on.
Freak.
Right.
So-
No, they throw it at you, and if you click at it, then you're.
Well,
they're
you're
like,
clicking.
Oh, well, you're
That's right,
you're
yeah,
clicking.
That's how it works.
That's
That's what
up
I'm
to
saying.
you.
Of course.
He knows how it works.
So
Right.
imposter syndrome, and that is interesting because I never knew what that was like until I went to Colombia and I had an experience with going viral there. And then it was like I felt like I wasn't in control of anything at all. And I felt like
Hashtag Bogota.
yeah, hashtag Bogota.
Chicken
I
in
felt
the
like I
sheets.
was not deserving of the situation.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, because I don't go through depression or things like normal people do. So when something that normal people go through hits me, it's like so obvious to me. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, that's what this is. That's
Yeah.
what that normal feeling is. And I tell people all the time, I'm like, going viral is not for the faint of heart.
No, you're observed. It's like insane. Like I have like a minute platform on TikTok and it still floors me. Like people will walk up to me, not often, but someone walked up to me the other day, like at Buffalo Exchange, and was like, "I like your videos." And I'm like, "What are you talking
Cool.
about?"
And it comes off so creepy and they don't
comes
mean
off
it.
they don't.
but
She
it's-
was very sweet,
yeah.
but it's like the feeling of being observed because it's like I'm doing this to have fun. I'm telling jokes because like I want to tell jokes, and then like you realize how many people are like when it hits you, it's like 1 million, 100,000, even
Yeah.
1,000 people looking at you. It's kind of freaky.
You feel
Yeah.
exposed for sure.
You do.
So imagine what it was like being in a different country and people saying,
Oh.
Lucian. And I'm like, yeah,
It's cool though.
I don't
wild.
know
You have international appeal.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
and you were explaining to me that's why because he started. You were hashtagging Colombia? What were you doing?
Yeah, I was hashtagging Bogota.
'Cause,
and
me and Lucian to do most of the stuff on Instagram with like the show, well, like the hashtags and ads and stuff. And you were explaining to me, it's like, yeah, dude. So like when I was in Colombia, it's like we should.
yeah, they're
hashtag.
hardcore. They're young people there. They're hardcore. And I have actually done events at MCC, Music City Center,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody's from Colombia, and I said, "Oh, I've been to Colombia," and they were like, "Yeah, you're Lucian," and they would say
You're
it so
famous.
plainly, not disrespectfully, but they would say it so plainly, like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
you're Lucian,"
You're an idol.
and I'm just
Yeah.
like,
An icon.
So if we go to Colombia, there's going to be like this statue in the middle of some square somewhere.
"Follow me. This is my home." Yeah.
We'll be treated like kings if we
Yeah,
take
Right.
Lucian
I
with us.
already
Yeah.
spent the little money that I made off of that. It was minute.
So
And
do
I
you
cannot
feel
do anything in America. I do
do you
nothing
feel
in
like you
America.
still have imposter syndrome? And if not, how do you think you worked through that? Because I
Okay.
feel like
Ooh, I
I'm
love that.
currently
Being
Read
transparent,
that,
through that.
actually.
being transparent, I actually cried because I was like, what? I was overwhelmed, but I literally cried because I had never had that feeling that real people feel. Like I say, I'm my own little, thing. So I cried about it. And, I have a 1 minute rule when I'm really, really upset. I only allow something in for 1 minute when I'm upset, and then I'm done with it.
I never
Yeah.
see him cry. I need to get some popcorn if I ever see that.
Yeah. So now, now, if somebody called me and said, "Hey, Lucian, we need you to go down to Bridgestone. We don't have an announcer for the show. We're going to give you everything. We need you to announce the show." And let's say it was Coldplay. Let's say it was Coldplay, for instance. I could do it no problem because I could tap into that like an actor.
Yeah.
I could tap into that now. So
I feel like the difference is, at least for like how my brain thinks about it, it's not the producing or the act, it's when you're done with the act or the production of it all, when you go home and you're like, how did that just happen?
Right.
Yeah,
I feel
that's
like
such a
but,
great
but it's
feeling.
me, it's for me, I'm like, how did that even happen for me? I feel like I didn't work that hard. I feel like I didn't,
Yes.
but I am.
Yeah, but you feel like you didn't deserve it,
Yes.
Yeah.
even though you totally did.
It's
And
craziness
that's that weird fine line that
when your
is-
brain hallucinates.
Yeah, because it's like, are you able to pat yourself on the back for what you do?
You know, as a jazz
Ooh.
musician, I was actually watching a clip from a podcast where a famous jazz musician was talking about how, and maybe it's because of academia, when something becomes academic, they were talking about like, oh, what's this new thing where, you know, people get off the stage and the musicians want to like talk down about what they did. You know, like, because I think when stuff starts becoming academic, you start feeling that kind of imposter syndrome, because it's like there's an immediate hierarchy. There's teachers involved and stuff like that. You didn't just kind of just teach yourself the stuff.
Right.
There's like, oh well, I have these bullet points I have to meet.
Yeah.
And plus, like, you know, there is the thing about comedians and actors, especially comedians, that applause, you want it to be louder each time you get it.
Yes.
And so if it's not, it's kind of like a drug, you know. It's
Yes.
like, you know, you done smoked the good weed, and now this is just garbage, because you had the good stuff and everything else is mid compared to that, and that euphoria that you feel, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And I think with creatives, it's the same type of thing where you're like, oh, yeah, but it could have been much better. If I would have turned my head like this, and if I wore purple,
Oh,
and
yeah.
mismatched
I mean, it's as
shoes,
simple as
you
about-
could tear yourself apart.
Yeah, it's as
Yeah.
simple as like when you showed up with, like, I was thinking about wearing Christmas colors, and when you showed up with Christmas colors, I was like, well, all I got is all pink. It's just like, well, I'll have to do. But it is when
Well,
you start
you're a
creating
twin already, so you know you
Yeah,
don't need any.
I don't need to match anymore.
You don't need to match anymore. It's
Actually,
Twin
Toby
them.
walked in and then walked out.
Yeah, he did.
been there.
He's
done
like,
that,
Andrew's
right?
going to make me talk.
He's like, mm-mm.
He's like, I'm
my
good.
gosh.
That was like one of my favorite parts about the show. Like we had this this pilot show for the season, and then and that was one of my favorite parts. Is when Toby was like, "How many of these do I have to do?" And you were like, "Don't worry, you'll have your shirt off on the next one."
Oh.
Just get
Oh
ready."
yeah.
It was so funny.
Toby's so easy to poke fun at. It's just so easy.
You know, I heard a story. Was it somebody you know who was telling me that you told Toby he dressed like an old man. Yes, this is. I wish just Toby was here, but he's not. So we're gonna rail him. But they said you told him he dressed like an old man, and then he goes, "No, that's Andrew." And then actually, I heard that was it you? Was it? I heard that Ian actually defended me and told Toby, like, no, Andrew dresses like a gentleman.
oh
like
yeah.
Gosh.
Oh yeah.
It was hysterical because I've never heard it. But I would have never thought of.
Well, you know, it's a thing about, like, if you think about fashion in Nashville, right? There are different dress codes on different sides of the city.
Absolutely.
East Nashville with its hipster thing.
Yeah.
If you go to 12 South, they are high fashion over there. You can see some really cool stuff. And then you can go downtown and see tourists. But I mean, if we're speaking solely of people that live in the area, Donaldson, for example, they're just, you know, not ordinary, you know, in a bad way, but they're just ordinary people.
Yeah.
Right.
Donaldson still feels like old Nashville.
Yeah.
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 Like it really does. Like
It's
I feel
untapped.
like, and I feel like that's why like a lot of people are moving there in a sense to get that they feel that
It's
they feel
so
that
great. I
authenticity.
opened
Yeah.
McNamara's over there, and
You did?
Yes.
When? What year? You gotta
when
go.
it-
Oh, we
I
gotta go
op-
into this.
I
Come on.
opened it
Yeah. What year?
with the child. I don't remember.
But
Screaming.
2006, maybe.
yeah, like
Something like
yeah,
that.
McNamara's. So it's another dark place. So they do the City League. So it's known. It's an Irish pub. It's known for the whole thing. How long? So how long were you there?
3 years.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I never knew this about you.
I'm an interesting person.
Well, yes.
But I loved living there, like the whole. So it's a big Catholic group that's there. So religious wise, just very kind people and gentle people, and the owner and his partner and his wife. I think she's from Galway.
It's still owned by the same people.
Yeah. I think she's from Galway, Ireland, and they're very soft people, spoken wise, and you would feel so great, so horrible if you messed anything up.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Oh
she
my
gave you
goodness.
that auntie disappointment, But anyway, my point being is that like over there, the way they dress, it was just normal
Yeah.
people. They weren't trying to be anything other than what they were.
Yeah.
Because like I said, in East Nashville, there's a uniform over there.
It is,
You got
yeah.
bell bottoms, or you got
Yeah.
white
Performative.
socks.
The mullet and the
Performative.
mustache
The mullet and the
and the
mustache.
tote bag
Yeah.
and the Claro record
Yes.
on one hip.
What is okay? So what is the newest thing you've seen?
Newest thing I've seen, like
Yeah.
what
Where's
fashion
fashion heavy
wise?
than
What
that?
is
The
what is the
Labubus.
newest
La
thing?
Boo Boo.
The Labubus.
The Labubus.
They're terrible.
Hermes.
Hermes.
They're not Hermes, but
It
they
just
put them
opened.
on. Oh! I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about the Labubus.
They
I'm
did,
like,
which I, as someone in the fashion world, have heard people whining about the Hermes like little keychains that they gave out at the like Nashville influencer event, and I saw them. Oof.
What
Are
were they?
cool?
It's like just a basic guitar. It looks like cheap. I think that's the like complaint about it. It looks like a little guitar keychain you could like get at a tourist gift shop.
Yeah. Some generic Nashville stuff.
Yeah, and people were pretty upset about it. I'm like, obviously Hermes is not going to give you anything like crazy at an
Yeah.
influencer
Do you
event
feel
for
like
free.
do you
but-
feel like people really understand the brand? Because that's not
no.
that ain't no
I feel
joke.
like
That's
with most things in fashion, kind of like once they catch on and they become really big and they become really like, especially now with like being able to go viral and stuff like that, people are just buying things to have like a name on it. So it's less about like the quality of like, like the Birkin bag, like Jane Birkin, like how she treated her bag, which I don't know if you know about that, but like, her bag is like, she kind of beat that bag.
Well, how about the basket?
Yes,
that
the
she had
basket.
beforehand, which is
Right.
literally why I carry a basket. I keep a basket on me, a picnic basket on me
Shout
at all
out Jane
times.
Birkin.
Yeah,
oh,
and
Queen
you
of
mean
fashion.
an actual
actual
basket
She
like
carried it-
picnic
so-
Yogi
basket.
and Boo Boo
She
basket?
Yeah,
inspired the
Yogi,
bag
yes.
because of her basket, because she's like
The
putting
picnic
everything in this basket.
Because she was an icon, what, 70s, 60s,
Yeah.
60s, 70s. She would only use a picnic basket,
Yeah.
like an open basket for her, any event, no matter what it was.
Yeah.
She was using the same basket. And then Hermes was inspired by her. They wanted to do a bag.
Well, they were kind of like pissed. It was like a designer was kind of like pissed at her. It was like, you can't keep carrying around this basket. Like, you need a bag.
Yeah.
And like designed a bag for her. And then she like treated the bag like shit,
Yeah.
frankly. And so like that's the idea, right? And then people are buying these like Birkin bags and like putting them behind like glass and like never taking it out. And it's
Yeah.
like fashion is meant to be worn. It's an art piece, yes, but it's meant to be like carried out in the world.
See,
Treat your
in a-
Birkin like Jane Birkin.
See, in Atlanta, like males in Atlanta, they have bags. They carry
Yeah.
bags because they
Telfeezy.
have, they got all their things in it. By the way, Posh across the street, it has a really cool bag. It's $110, and I want one. I'm gonna have to do extra shifts to get it. Speaking of bags, shout out to Posh.
Shout out Posh.
I almost brought I bought a coat from Molly Green next door. I almost bought it. I almost brought it over, but I was like, I think I'll just do the Coop stuff. Which actually, I'm wearing a store that was in the neighborhood, all their apparel, but they went out of business.
It
Unfortunately,
has tiny. What is it?
Coop
tiny
was-
hats.
Yes, now it actually,
Little Hats is there.
I
in
was
the same building.
Yes,
where
Little
Coop
Hats
was.
is now there. Go eat a Chicago beef sandwich.
I love their little. They have little pesto pasta there. By the way, I found out Little Hats is what they call this one pasta there.
oh,
That's why the name is Little Hats.
signature
Huh.
pasta.
Yeah, because I had to ask. I was like, so what's with the name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
Why is it Little Hats?
And being a carb junkie, when I go over there, so they have a little
Yeah.
deli counter, right? And they have like the olives and da 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 da. Like it's one of those New York experiences that have delis in their
Yeah.
neighborhoods. Like that's
New York.
why I love it so much. But I just go in there and say, "Can you give me 2 scoops of this, 2 scoops of that?" I don't say, "Oh, can I have a half a pound of pesto pasta?"
Right.
and some of this curry chicken. Just ask him for a couple of scoops. It's the easiest way to do it. But anyway, I digress again.
Well,
Follow me.
we've got some regulars that work over there, and they've got like 3 locations now.
I don't know about 3, but they have.
I know they have one in
down the
Germantown.
street.
Yeah,
one down the
Germantown's
street from
the first, I
baseball.
think.
That's
And
the one
this
that
one.
everybody loves.
Yeah.
The Germantown one.
Well, there's service there, and they're so kind and friendly.
And
I've
that actually
never
feels
been.
local. It feels good in there
It feels
because
the vibe.
a lot of these delis and bodegas that are opening up, it's like $21 for a meal though. That's not
Yeah, no,
neighborhood
they're not
walk
like that
there
at all.
vibe. That's
No.
not it.
Oh, and they just started doing limoncello, like the real deal limoncello. Yeah, have you ever had it?
No, not the real
Okay,
deal.
so-
Limoncello to me is Laquan can.
So
Like,
what
that's
you do is
That's the best
you
flavor.
take
Right.
La Croix in a can. So it is.
LaCroix, LaCroix.
You take like
Oof.
rinds, like lemon rinds, and then you will put like a high gravity liqueur in there. Ideally, taking weeks or months to develop the flavors and stuff like that. They have it's like a quick pickle. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same kind of concept. So they do have a limoncello over there now. If you haven't had it,
Ooh.
yummy and delicious.
I
Do it.
will be there after this.
Yeah,
actually.
necessary actually.
Do it.
The
do
next
it.
woo.
Yes, the
And we
next woo.
Yeah, and really conveniently, we have another woo like right after this.
So tell me, a woo girl. So you have the magic wand. You have the magic budget. Okay. Woo girl vacation. Where?
Ooh, yeah. What would the reels look like for that?
It would need to be branded, sponsored.
Right.
Who's paying for it? That's the
Poppy,
question.
Poppy,
Yeah,
hit
I'm like,
us up.
let's put some
You
requests
have,
in.
you have the magic wand. You have the magic budget. Everything you need, you have. So where's
Oprah
that?
comes in and
Um,
goes, "Give me a vacation."
I feel like I don't know.
And then
That's
she
hard.
steals your brand.
I don't know. My mind actually. This is like so bumpkin, but my mind went to Gatlinburg. I'm like, let's get
we
a
were talking
big,
about Gatlinburg.
a
Let's
big
go.
ass cabin and make it like a summer camp.
No, that's cute though. I
Yeah.
love that. Who
Crop
doesn't love
tees
Gatlinburg?
with the star right in the middle?
Hey man,
Yup.
I'll never.
Kayaking.
I work there. I
Zip
work in-
lining.
I work with Joy Crystal Experience, and we drive up 3:00 in the morning and go do brunches in the cabins up there. So Gatlinburg, very
Yeah.
good
That'd
choice.
be very
Shout
well.
out to Dollywood and the Dolly Parton
See, what
fashion
would Dolly
exhibit
do?
that
Yeah.
I couldn't. They had to drag me out of.
You're just in there looking at one.
No.
She's
sock.
bawling her eyes
for
out.
Literally
30
bawling my
minutes.
eyes out, staring at the rhinestones individually, seeing how they were placed, thinking about it for later.
Well, and the thing about Gatlinburg is you have like the Sevierville stuff right
Yeah.
before you even get to Gatlinburg.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
they've cleared. So there was a fire there. How long ago?
I
there
was
was a
in high
fire-
school. It's like
What caught on fire?
12 years ago.
Everything.
Everything on everything.
Something
went on.
about
That
a
was a while.
tire went down the hill
Yeah.
and lit everything on
That's
fire
insane.
or whatnot.
That's insane.
It was like a kid lit something on fire in the woods
Yeah,
and like got
let's
scared
say
and
it was-
left.
Let's say it was 8 years ago. Let's
It was
say
like
8
12.
Yeah, because I was
Yeah.
in Knoxville working at the zoo, and all those people moved there. So it was about that.
Yeah.
But so the cabins are even cooler than they were already.
I used to go to Gatlinburg every year with my friend group, and we had one place that had a pool inside and a hot tub.
In the cabin now. We're not
Yeah.
talking about a resort or we're talking about in your cabin.
Yes.
There's a pool
Ooh.
inside.
Indoor pool. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was awesome. And so I need to recreate that, but with my woos, because
Yes.
when you're 16 drinking vodka with a pool inside, things happen.
Sponsored by Woo Girl, sponsored by Poppy.
Yes.
Gatlinburg trip. Yeah.
I think that would be very woo,
That
very
could
Nashville.
happen.
Yeah,
That could happen.
Well,
I
it
think
also
so.
it also makes it's actually kind of it makes sense because the people that see your stuff will act. It's something for them to actually go do because it's close.
right.
You know, it's well branded to Nashville
Yeah.
viewers.
And that kind of brings me back to our conversation about like content creation and event coordination. Like those things are they work together on the marketing side of things, but they're very separate. Like you can have a full community online, which I feel like you can speak to that more than I can because most of my content is just informational, and then it's like
Yeah.
encouraging them to come in person, which is that's where I feel the most comfortable. I don't go home and like talk to myself. I don't drive and talk
You
to myself.
don't.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't talk to myself unless I'm talking out loud to someone. So I
Yeah.
do much better with other people around me, and I've realized that I have to have like a woo with me when I'm making content. Like if I'm invited by a business to come film, I
Yeah.
have to bring someone with
I
me.
think the one
Love
we
that.
and you saw was the one where you were talking about was it types of guys?
Oh my gosh!
That's
Everybody loved that
great.
video.
We're over at the
That
hot
was
bar.
very
That's
cute,
great.
actually.
No, I had like multiple people come up to me and they're like,
oh, I'm sorry, I'm not a rhythmic musician. And I'm like, because a friend of mine
translates.
is like, you know, having her time with a drummer. And so we were kind of like making it
That's
fun.
funny.
And when I saw him, like the day after we posted it, he was like, rhythmic musician, huh? And I'm like, gosh. But no, like niche Nashville boy types that
Yes, that's what it was.
we
Niche
like.
Nashville
Yeah.
boy types.
Yeah, so if you're a rhythmic musician, if you own Turnip Truck or any boutique grocery store, I'm
To get those
for that.
discounts.
Wow.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
And
You know how
yeah,
many people? I mean,
Interesting.
I already know that it's like I've heard that. Hey, so you're gonna, you know, I've definitely given girls beer. Let's just put it that way. Like, you know, I bring a girl in to my place, and it's like, she's not gonna buy a beer. Like, you know,
Yeah.
and
Right.
so I imagine that if a girl likes to drink, she's like looking at me like, is there someone else already there?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
And now you got the really good near beers.
Yes,
What's
I
that,
do. So if she's
Athletic?
reformed, if I can help her out there.
He's got you. What you need? What you need?
I feel like another niche boy type is like if you have a supper club, if you run a supper
supper
club.
Oh,
That's a thing.
like
My
that.
knowledge of Nashville boys is
It's the old shit.
lesbians. Lesbians unite.
No, okay, so
There's
okay,
three of us
we're starting it here. Start here. Archetypal or like niche.
Yeah, lesbian archetypes.
Yes.
My favorite to talk about is the trucker hat lesbian.
Oh,
Nashville's riddled with them. I am
Yeah.
not a fan.
Oh, you're not a fan though.
I'm not a fan of the
'Cause
trucker hat
it's the
lesbians. We don't
mask-
get along.
It's the
It's-
patriarch.
So there's a conflict.
No, they're
there.
just.
It's the mask,
grumpy.
which like, fine. My type is masks. Whatever. I hate myself apparently. It's cool.
Be fair
it's
to
fine.
yourself. It's fine.
No, I know. Well, my type is butches. In reality, but like, there's a lot of masks in Nashville, but a particular subsect is the trucker hat ones, and they wear their hats so high. I'm like, put your hat down.
Yeah, but they're looking like they're white trash, like counterpart.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like we still got the skinny jeans. Why are they still out? And it's just like you go to Girl Crush, which used to be at Canvas, rest in peace, and they're everywhere, and they don't talk to you, and they don't want to talk
Canvas
to
is
you.
closed.
No. Girl Crush is no longer at Canvas.
Oh, it's an event.
It had like kind of
Oh,
a
I
residency.
see, I
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
I
Girl
see.
Crush is like a lesbian event they did once a month at Canvas. Canvas is kind of like not the greatest space for that in my opinion, but all we really had for a while was lipstick. Now we have chapstick, so hopefully they move there.
Yeah.
But they
and that's
announced
a sports bar, right?
Yes, but it has more
I know
space.
things. See, I know things.
You know, one of their bartenders just won best bartender.
Yes, I did know that.
Go ahead. Do you know her?
Not personally. I should know more of the lesbians in this town. I'm working on it. I feel like I know them all, and then I meet new ones, and I'm like, I thought there were 4 of us.
That is a cool thing about Nashville that people don't know is that, and I'm going to say the South. That's one of the cool thing about the South is that gay people can intertwine into society and then not be a big deal.
Yeah.
Like we have regulars here that are of all sectors, and nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, no.
Right.
And that's different because in the Midwest, the gay bars in the Midwest are
Yeah.
so awesome. So, straight people
Missing
want to
out.
come there. But that is the thing about Nashville that's very interesting. It isn't a battle necessarily of, I don't want to go here or you can't go there. It's like, if you want to go somewhere, just go there. It's not a big
Right.
deal.
Yeah.
But really quickly before I get off on that, lipstick lesbians, my favorite
Oh,
lesbians.
yeah, I do love a lipstick lesbian.
They're so-
I'm like, what do I consider myself like femme with an E at the end. Maybe alternative femme. That's kind of the best thing because I feel like there's not a lot of, Miss Frizzle type lesbians out there
No.
in
Wow.
Nashville. So I think I'm holding it down.
Miss Frizzle.
That's
That
what I
is
get
good.
compared to.
Do you have paraphernalia from the show?
That was my Halloween costume last year.
Yes.
It's in her trunk
Send me
next
a
to her
picture.
bed.
Yeah. Miss Frizzle or Chapel Roan. Every time I go out to a queer event, someone's like, "Do you know who you look like?"
Wow.
I do. I'm happy about that. She's one of the most beautiful people I've ever
You're
seen in my whole life.
self-aware. It's great.
But duly noted. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think. I think we just got the cue from producer over here that we're getting around an hour. Is there anything y'all guys want to plug?
Stay tuned for a Friendsgiving through Woo Girling. Of course, it's called It's Giving Woo because
It's
why would I
Giving
miss out
Woo.
on that opportunity It's going to be potluck style. It's going to be at a homie's house, so it's going to feel very family oriented, which I really like.
We wanted to ask. Merch.
Yeah,
Woo
do you-
merch.
do you have any merch?
Available? Is that a thing or no? Because you have a fashion person right here.
Yeah.
Yes, my fashion woo.
We're gonna start it right
brought
here.
along with you.
You can get bits and pieces of merch at my events. I'll every once in a while come up with something.
I saw the coasters;
but
those were kind of cool.
Yeah.
I have
A
the
Woo Girl
coasters
pin.
and the pins. They feel very rare right now, which I like. But November, I'm working on more merch and working on a jewelry collection
yeah.
with Mackenzie Mitchell. She owns Headline by MM in Midtown. And you guys will be seeing a lot of stars, and it's going to be a full collection.
Yeah,
two
so the
sets of
star.
earrings.
How did the star come to be part of your brand? Like, what was? I've noticed that.
Nashville, the TriStar.
It fits.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
So just
Love that.
pulling those little pieces, but also I feel like I'm very much a star girl. I look to the stars, look to the moon, and always in a dreamlike state. So I feel like the symbol matched my personality, but also a nod to Nashville itself. So
Yeah, you both got main girl energy for sure.
As a Leo, I love to hear that.
well, in
Nice
some of
hair.
my in some of
Nice
my
hair.
videos now, I'm starting to put like name tags on everyone, which you'll see, kind of like Sims. So instead of like the diamond on the top, I put a star.
I'm weak.
Oh,
I am
that's
so weak.
adorable. I love that.
I want my life to look like a comic book or like a cartoon.
Yeah.
So having obviously your style next to me fits that perfectly.
Yeah. Me and all my colors.
But yeah, Friendsgiving and jewelry collection coming mid-November and late November, and then we'll see about December. But we're gonna keep it a lot more chill in November. I had 5 events in October. I need to sleep.
Yeah.
The woo's gotta sleep. The woo's gotta dream.
Time to hibernate.
Yes,
How about you,
exactly.
Heidel? What you want to plug?
Ooh, I don't know when this is coming out, but I have a.
I would say maybe sometime. Maybe it could be the beginning or end of December.
Okay, heard. Well, we'll be past it. I have an art gallery show this week. But after that, I'm about to start content creation for Singer Sewing on TikTok. So follow that. You'll see me and my name.
And what is
teaching
your
you how to
and what is your
sew.
TikTok again?
My TikTok is called Happy Lil Mess.
Happy little mess.
HAPPYLILMESS.
I feel seen at
I
this
do
point.
comedy. I do fashion. I teach you how to sew. I tell you about my dating life.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the good things. Yeah, I'll be
crash
working on
outs in the bathroom.
Crash outs in the bathroom are a frequent occurrence. If you're not a big fan of that, maybe not your content. But I'm in there. I'm yapping. Always to some Taylor Swift or something random.
Swifty.
All
No,
right.
I wouldn't say Swifty, but
She all right. Yeah, she's
No,
all right.
not that
She's
crazy.
all right.
Well,
She's
thank
fine.
you so much for coming, guys. Unfortunately, we have to wrap it up. But
Yes,
That
very
is
nice to spend
unfortunate.
time with y'all.
But guys, if you want to come to the Woo Girl Dart Mixer, that is on the first Sunday of every month, and we the meet and greet starts at 1, and then we teach you how to throw at 2, and you also can go into a raffle to win a case of White Claw, and we also raffle off other apparel that White Claw gives us, which
White
is the
Claw
sponsor.
Winter.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, there's one today. There's
Yep.
a Woo Girl event
Yes,
today.
Right
there is.
after
That's
this.
why we decided to do it today.
It works out.
Anyway, I'm Andrew Perot, and this is Lucian Brown, John V.A. Christine, and Heidel Dubé, and we were signing out. This has been Villager People. Thank you for tuning in.
So if you're up in Nashville and you see the Village Bar, stop and see if Charlie's there. Tell him who you are, and listen to his wisdom, and listen to his stories, and listen to his hopes and dreams, his downfalls and his glories.